Good afternoon, everyone. Doesn't look like we have enough for a quorum, so this will be informational only. This will be an informational only meeting. Zach, do I need to do anything else? Should I call
I
roll, or
mean,
do
I
I need
guess,
to?
I guess,
It's
I
just,
guess you can call roll. Yeah, still. I think.
and I don't even have my. Guess I can look back. Jakiria usually calls it, so I don't have the list of us.
I
Oh,
can
okay.
I can call it.
Yeah, you can call it. Thank you, Hannah.
Yes. Okay. My name is Sarah Avila. I am the WBE Diversity Analyst for the City of Winston-Salem. We will go ahead and do a roll call for this meeting on August 27th, 2024. Chair Monique Gannon,
Present.
Vice Chair Eric Kirsten, Committee Member Cassandra Brunson, Committee Member Brittany Lowry, Committee Member Susan Morris, Committee Member Wida Patton, Committee Member Odette Sanchez. So there is no quorum present, so this will be just an information only meeting. And with that, I will let Zach take over.
Perfect. All right. So today we have the pre-construction good faith effort review for the laundry gear wash upgrades project. MWM Construction Incorporated was the lowest bidder, and we will be reviewing their good faith effort. All right. All right. So the established project goals were actually 10% M and 5%. I know this is swapped here, but the established project goals were 10 and 5. What they submitted was 0% M and 2% W. Here is a copy of their affidavit D with their subs listed here. And we'll start with A. All right. Did a representative of your company attend the pre-solicitation or pre-bid meeting scheduled by the city to inform MWBE firms of contracting, subcontracting, and supply opportunities, and to review contractor requirements of complying with the program? So as you can see here, they were in attendance at the pre-bid, and this was an email that was sent from our purchasing staff that confirmed that they were present on July 16th. All right, for B, did your company advertise in general circulation, trade association, or minority-focused media concerning subcontracting opportunities? Note, a contractor must advertise in all three mediums to receive full value for this item. All right, so for this one, they did not advertise in any trade publications. They did utilize the DOA, the HUB plan, state and city list. So what they sent a copy of here was the HUB website that they used. So they did use the HUB. I'll put it like that. So they only sent this one. All right. Did your company provide written notice to a reasonable number of specific MWBE firms that their interest in the contract is being solicited at least 10 days before bids are due to allow MWBE firms to participate? Please provide a copy of the solicitations for quotes sent to at least 3 minority firms from the source list provided by the owner for each subcontract to be let under this contract. Each solicitation shall include a specific description of the work to be subcontracted, location where bid documents can be reviewed, Name of representative of the prime bidder to contact and location, date, and time. All right, so for here, they used their solicitation letter, which had the information there posted. It has, descriptions, things of that nature. Here, this is pretty much like the email list that they sent out of all the firms here listed. Their email addresses. This is more of what they sent. I think this was part of what was in the emails as far as the attachments.
Sure.
And there's a list here of the dates that they sent information out. Right. So for D, did you follow up initial solicitation of interest by contacting MWBE firms to determine with certainty whether the MWBE firms are interested? Please include telephone log of follow-up calls you made to confirm interest. So here was a list that they have. As you can see, E says the email sent, LM is left message. They have comments here off to the side where you can see LM on some of them. You can see that they sent emails out to everyone, and they said the emails were sent again on 7/25. So they did have the follow-up emails sent out. And the list goes on for all the subs that they contacted. Pretty much looks the same as this, but they listed every firm. So how does your company identify and select portions of the work to be performed by MWBE firms in order to increase the likelihood of MWBE participation? Include, where appropriate, breaking down contracts into economically feasible units to facilitate MWBE participation. Please provide a copy of documentation where this information was included. For here, again, they use their solicitation letter. They kind of highlighted the information of the description of the project. They also highlighted that minority and hub MWBE participation on the project is encouraged. I know that their solicitation letters did have different links they can click on to view different specs. And this is more of their solicitation letter, details of scope of work. And pretty much anything else that they may need. All right, for letter F, explain how you're providing interested MWBE firms with equal access to specifications, plans, and requirements of the contract. Again, they use their solicitation letter here, where they had the specs, things of that nature listed. As you can see on the second one, it says the following insurance requirements are mandatory, and then it has, what they need as far as to have to be a sub. Again, the part that's highlighted here on this first one, as you can see, has all the links to click on to view the different documents. For letter G, how have you negotiated fairly with interested MWBE firms not rejecting MWBE as unqualified without sound reasons based on a thorough investigation of their capabilities. Copy of documentation or response received from each firm responding to the solicitation must be submitted, along with subcontractor quote comparison form. For subcontracts where the minority firm is not the lowest bidder, please provide copies of quotes received from all firms submitting quotes for that particular subcontract. Please provide documentation detailing reasons for rejecting any MWBE firm's bid as unqualified. But here they had a quote comparison form they used, and it'll show pretty much the quotes received, the dollar value, and the comments for exactly what that subcontractor will be doing. As you can see here to the right, these are what they received from the firms that they reached out to who sent them an email quote. And they have a lot of these over the next few slides. So they all pretty much are just quotes that come from the subcontractors. Email conversation, numbers included here. More email conversation. Information coming from subs. Detailed breakdown, specifications. And that was it. All right, for letter H, what services were used from the City of Winston-Salem's MWBE office? Available minority community organizations, minority contractor groups, local, state, and federal minority business assistance offices, and other organizations that provide assistance in the recruitment and placement of MWBE firms. Please provide a copy of this documentation. Note a contractor must utilize at least 2 agencies to receive full value. All right, so here they contacted me and I had got them a list of minority-focused media groups. So they did ask for my assistance in that nature, and I helped them with that. So here's the email from that. Also, they used the NC Hub. They utilized that to get subs. They sent them their scope of work. The Hub website posted it so that subs could view it. And they also used Plan Hub, where they could also use this service to post what they were looking for as far as subs, and they posted it on their website. And this is part of what was sent, where the information on companies that met the criteria for this job were retrieved from the state's MWBE EVP vendor portal. Please see the companies below. So that was pretty much the vendor portal they used, and it's pretty much saying that they drew all of these companies here from that vendor portal that has these certified MWBEs. All right, so for letter I, how did your company provide assistance to an otherwise qualified minority firms in need of equipment, loan capital, lines of credit, or joint pay agreements to secure loans, supplies, or letters of credit, including waiving credit that is ordinarily required? Did your company assist minority firms in obtaining the same unit pricing with the bidder suppliers in order to help minority firms in establishing credit? Please provide a copy of any documentation, could be included in solicitation letter, and or evidence of implementation from previous projects in the past 5 years advising MWBE firms what type of assistance was available. Note, a contractor can receive up to 10 points for offering and 10 points for implementation. So here they did offer in their solicitation letter, as you can see here below, but there was no implementation. So for this one was just an offer. For J, how did your company provide assistance in obtaining required bonding or insurance or providing alternatives to bonding or insurance for subcontractors? Provide a copy of any documentation. This could be included in your solicitation letter and or evidence of implementation from previous projects in the past 5 years advising MWBE firms what type of assistance was available. A contractor can receive up to 10 points for offering and 15 points for implementation. Again, they did have this offered on their solicitation letter. But there was no implementation. For K, did your company negotiate a joint venture or partnership arrangement with minority firms to increase opportunities for minority participation when possible? Please provide a copy of any documentation. This could be included in a solicitation letter advising MWBE firms what type of assistance was available or outlining any other steps taken to fulfill this requirement. Again, they put this in their solicitation letter. So they do have the joint venture in their solicitation letter. All right, for L, did your company provide quick pay agreements and policies to enable minority contractors and suppliers to meet cash flow demands? What procedures were initiated to fulfill this requirement, and how were the MWBE firms informed of this assistance? Evidence of implementation from previous projects in the past 5 years can be submitted. Note, a contractor can receive up to 5 points for offering and 10 points for implementation. So for here, I know it's a little blurry, but they did offer quick pay agreements in their solicitation letter. There weren't any implementation or examples over the past 5 years. So for this, they just offered. And that's it. Any questions or any slides I need to go back to?
Nope. I got them all my way.
Perfect. Well, we will go ahead and bring in Austin and see if they want to say anything in regards to their good faith effort. Good afternoon, Austin. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that better? Can I hear you now?
Can you hear me?
I can. Hey, Zachary.
Great. All right. So yeah, the Citizens Advisory Committee just finished reviewing your good faith effort. Now is a time that if you have anything that you want to verbalize over your good faith effort, you can do so. And also, if the committee has any questions when you're finished, they will ask you any questions that they may have.
Okay, that sounds great. So, are there any questions anybody has for me?
No, none my way. This is one of the most complete packages I've seen, though, in my time
thank you
here
so
on the committee.
much.
So appreciate that.
Yes, we tried very hard, and I have to say that back in June, I had a long phone call with Zach, and he really went through every single one of these items, and we covered them from head to toe. So I have to give some credit to Zach because he did a great job.
Awesome. Thanks, Zach.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I just want to reiterate that this is definitely one of the most complete applications that we've had. So thank you very much, because I know it is very time consuming, and I appreciate you putting in that effort.
Absolutely. It's part of my job, so I want to make sure I'm doing it the right way. And I think the only other thing that I did not put in here was the people that I've contacted. So I've been emailing Zach about jobs that we have coming up. So he sends me a list. But I've also been in touch with Narita Sutton in Greensboro, who does the Greensboro MWBE, but she no longer is keeping a list. She has given that back to the state in Raleigh. So now I'm working with Chanel Clifton in Raleigh with regards to the hub list. And that's something that's kind of happened rather recently.
Hey, yeah, that's great. It's definitely great to be connected and have different avenues of finding MWBEs that can help with these projects and subcontracting for different municipalities. So that's great.
Yeah, and I also took your advice, and we've been doing the DOA and the Plan Hub, and a lot of emails go out, not so many come back, but we have gotten some really good responses from that. So thanks for that bit of information.
Great. You're welcome.
You are my go-to person these days, just so you know.
Thanks, Zach.
Glad to know. You're welcome. If there's not anything else from anyone, we appreciate you getting on. We will have the results to you this week. So
Okay.
you will know the results. And I just appreciate everybody getting on, and that pretty much wraps up our meeting for tonight.
Okay, well, thank y'all for having us. I appreciate it. And, you know, any feedback that you want to give me, Zach, I will definitely take note of it. So always room for improvement.
All right.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you
And
all.
Zach.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Let's see. All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up. We'll send out the recording to the rest of the committee. If you guys can, normally we say by tomorrow at 5, you can get the scores in. I know it may still be a while getting to other committee members, but we will send that out, and I appreciate you all getting on.
Okay. See y'all next time.
My
All right.
scores
Have a
are
good one.
in. I'm good.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Great.
much.
mine too. Okay.
I
See
appreciate
you
that.
guys.
All
Thank
right.
you
Have a
guys.
good
Have
one.
a good one.